sprawl on the floor. Punch time! Very fall vibes. It is the end of August, and you know what that means. Fall reading. So I picked out a few books to read this week that have fall vibes. First one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I read the first book not too long ago, so I'm gonna keep reading this. Harry Potter just always has fall vibes, especially the Chamber of Secrets for me. The other book I have is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I've heard a ton about this book and have never picked it up, so I found it at the thrift store the other day, and I thought this is perfect time for fall. I'm on page 68. Wow, you're such a pro! Oh, good night! Hello, welcome to day 2, and I'm just sitting down to read Harry Potter again. We're gonna blast into this. I didn't vlog too much yesterday just because I was reading at the end of the night and I went to bed. I'm on page 128 of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Hop into this. I think I might be able to finish this book today. I have a lot of time to kill, so I want to get through a good chunk of this and then move on to Truly Devious. So I have the bread rising in the oven, keeping a little warm, a little toasty, and while we wait, I'm just gonna hop into this. Alright, the dough is ready to be kneaded. I am so excited! I'm just checking if it doubled in size. You can see that, like, the top. He did it. He made it. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! It's full. Okay, I'm gonna call my mom and we're gonna talk about what to do. So, I have to punch it and then we're gonna braid it. Punch time! Okay, ready? Oh! I'm just gonna proof them in the oven for another hour. It's been an hour. I'm gonna see how they grew. Oh my gosh! They're huge! Now we make a glaze. And we're just gonna grab our loaves. Heyo! Back to reading. I'm on page 193 of Chamber of Secrets. Loving it. The bread is done. I just have to wait for it to cool down before I like bag it up. I might have already had 4 slices, but we're not going to talk about it. I'm going to carry on with this. I'm still feeling really inspired to finish it today, but there's only so much time today. This is so funny, okay? So they're at a duel, right? Both of them swung their wands up and over their shoulders. Snape cried, "Expelliarmus!" There was a dazzling flash of scarlet light and Lockhart was blasted off his feet. He flew backwards off the stage, smashed into the wall, and slid down it to sprawl on the floor. Oh man, I hate Gilderoy Lockhart. I fell asleep. Hey, I fell asleep, but I'm on chapter 10. I'm on chapter 13. I'm on page 240. Hello and welcome to day 3. I'm on page 284. I am very close to finishing, so I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and finish the book. I'm kind of getting bored of it. This is like my least favorite book out of this series. Well, second least favorite book. You just got vlogged. Bad timing. No! Why would they have two doors? You can only open one.
Wait, it's upside down.
Hello and welcome to day 4. We are going to be jumping into Truly Devious. I just woke up and I think I'm gonna hop right into this. Maybe grab some breakfast, drink a little tea, and we'll get right into it. Brekkie time. My book stack has kind of spiraled out of control. I am so excited to hop into Truly Devious. I'm gonna pull up some like fall background noise and have my tea and my coffee bread and start reading. Already, I made it about 50 pages in. I have to start getting ready for work now. This book so far is quite strange. I like the way it's written and I like our introduction to the characters thus far. It's pretty clear who's gonna play what piece. I like the past and present timeline going on with, you know, the current Stevie in school and then flashback to the 1930s when a murder was going down or something. Very fall vibes, very cozy, mysterious. Good evening. I'm on page 76. I was able to read a few pages on my lunch break at work, which was nice. I have a couple spare minutes tonight before I go to bed. It's about 9:30. I usually go to bed around 10:30, so I'm probably just gonna sit down and read this for the rest of the night. Welcome to day 5. I am loving the fall cozy vibes that have been going on through this video. It's been great. I have been editing all morning, so watching this back, I'm getting those fall vibes and it's been great. I'm gonna hop into Truly Devious again, and then also I just logged Chamber of Secrets into my Goodreads and I realized that I am 1 book away from finishing my Goodreads goal. That's actually crazy considering last year I had to read 10 books in December to complete my goal. Me being 2 months ahead of schedule is crazy. I have my reading 5 books in 5 days to thank for that because I just kind of whipped it out. So my goal for this year was 25 books for 2025, and last year it was 24 books for 2024. So I think I'm going to continue on with that trend. Come, you know, 2060, I don't know if I will, but 25 books a year is pretty reasonable for me. Okay, I'm on page 143 of Truly Devious. It's getting devious, all right? I don't really know what's going on in the present timeline. I'm kind of confused on that, but the past timeline, that's where I'm like, okay, this is juicy, let's dive deep. What's going on there? Honestly, the first 100 pages were super slow because you're just getting to know people and getting to know the campus, and the descriptions of the campus were really lengthy, and I'm assuming that's because the details of the campus will soon come into effect for the mystery. The present point of view is kind of bumming me out, but the past point of view is keeping me going, so we're gonna keep reading. Hey, update. I'm on page 165. Now me and my boyfriend are gonna head to our local board game cafe and play some board games. Thanks for making it to the outro. I am outrageously sweaty because for some reason, despite it now being September, it is 20 degrees outside and I just cleaned my whole house. Now to the actual juice of the video, my review. So we're first going to start off with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets because that's the book I read first. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is the second book in the series, if you haven't heard. This is technically a reread for me. I haven't read it since I was 13. Coming back to it, it was really nostalgic and super fun. For me personally, this is one of the slower books of the Harry Potter series and not my favorite reveals and twists from this series. In comparison to the rest of the books, it is a lower rating, but it's still a great book to read and definitely had fall vibes. Me and my partner actually just watched the second movie today, and it's always just so nostalgic and fun having Harry Potter in your life, I guess. Overall, I am rating this one a solid 3 stars. I recommend you to read it. It wouldn't be the first book I recommend. If I had to rank all the books, this would probably be second to last, but it's still a solid 3 stars and still a very good read. Now, we're on to Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I hate to admit, but I am not a mystery reader. If I had to put it in my own terms, this would probably be my first mystery book I've ever read. I've read a couple thrillers, I've read a couple mysterious romances or whatever, but Truly Devious in and of itself is 100% a mystery. But going into this, I didn't know what to expect and what kind of pacing I needed to expect. Something I really loved about this book was the setting was absolutely fantastic in fall vibes. I also really like our main character. She was very like middle neutral person to have guiding the story in an unbiased way with fresh eyes and enthusiasm for the subject, I would say. So our main character Stevie is guiding us through the present day narration of her going to school at the academy. In the beginning of the book, I would say the first 60% of the book, the present day Stevie's timeline and plotline was pretty slow. I spent the majority of the 60% learning about people and learning about history and learning about background and buildings and learning all the details. Wasn't my favorite thing to read. It did set up a beautiful reveal, but I didn't love how detail-y it was. Obviously, I know you need details to have a good book, but this one felt like the pacing of it was a lot slower giving out details. So let me know in the comments, do all mystery books read this way, or is it just this specific one? Am I being too dramatic in the pacing ruined this book for me? Am I just way too attuned to reading fluffy romance books? What's going on here? What I really loved about this book was the past point of view of the murder that had happened in the 1930s. The unraveling of that mystery had me hooked from the beginning because there was actual substance and things were moving and things were happening and we were living in the suspense. If I had to rate it, I think it's going to be on the same vein as Chamber of Secrets, as a solid 3-star read. Overall, I had so much fun filming this video, and it was kind of a bummer that the books didn't pan out to something amazing. With all that being said, thanks so much for making it to the outro. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. And with all that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!